Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buck and Crazy YouTube channel with my Ohio State Indiana Week 1 game recap as the Buckeyes began the Kyle McCord era with a pretty good 23-3 victory today to improve to 1-0 on the season. And going into this game, we heard that Devin Brown was going to play. Now, how much? We didn't know. So Devin Brown finally came in and they proceeded to run the ball 3 straight times. And then we didn't see him again until the fourth quarter when the game was pretty much over. Overall, he went 1 for 3 for -2 yards. Yeah, not great. Not really what I expected. Kyle McCord, on the other hand, had a pretty good game. 20 for 33, 239 yards, and a bad interception where he didn't see the defender lurking as he was trying to get it to Cade Stover. He'll learn. Now, on the ground, the Buckeyes had their way. 31 carries, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, both coming from Mayan Williams, who had 7 carries for 25 yards. The leading rusher was Chip Trainum, 8 carries, 57 yards. Trey Henderson looked really good, coming off injury last year, of course. 12 carries, 47 yards. He looked like he had his burst, which is always nice. Emeka Egbuka had a carry for 9 yards. Kyle McCord, 2 for 8. And Devin Brown had 1 carry for -3 yards. And then through the air, as a whole, 21 receptions, 237 yards from our receivers and tight ends. Cade Stover led the way, like we all thought, right? 5 receptions, 98 yards. Julian Fleming, 6 for 58. Marvin Harrison, 2 for 18. Not really what you had expected. Emeka Egbuka, 3 for 16. Carnell Tate, 1 for 15. Chip Trainum, 1 for 12. Ian Williams, 1 for 12. G. Scott, 1 for 10. And even Dallin Hayden got in on the action in the receiving game. 1 reception for -2 yards. And then on the defensive side, 1 sack coming from Hero Kanu. They did get 6 tackles for loss, 4 passes defended, 34 solo tackles, 56 total tackles in all. Not really much there. Now, the reason why I'm not really tripping is because Indiana straight up stunk on offense today. Like, their offense had no pulse. Brendan Sorsby and Taven Jackson both got in at quarterback. Sorsby went 8 for 16, 58 yards. Jackson 1 for 5 for 24 yards. But Taven Jackson did his damage on the ground. He had 3 carries for 11 yards. Christian Turner, 7 carries, 29 yards, led the way for the Hoosiers. Jalen Lucas had 11 for 24. And Josh Henderson had 3 for 5. So they weren't really doing much on the ground. And then through the air, when they did pass it, Cam Camper had 3 receptions for 35 yards. That led the way for the Hoosiers. Overall, 9 receptions, 82 yards. Yeah, they were really a non-factor. Like, their offense was doing absolutely nothing. Now, on the other hand, their defense was actually solid. Their defense kept this game from being an absolute blowout. Like, if their defense was as bad as their offense, I bet you we would have scored maybe 60 on them. But I think it was mainly a combination of their good defense and Kyle McCord just really not looking all that great. The offense was flat. Kind of like what we saw against Minnesota a couple years ago. And I guess like we saw against Notre Dame last year. It takes time to really get going. And hopefully next week against Youngstown State, they can really get going. Now, as far as my post-game observations, number 1, OSU's defense looked great. Yeah. But again, Indiana's offense was kind of ass. On the other hand, our offense, yeah, not really what I expected. But it's only week 1. They have plenty of time to get it together. Number 2, Devin Brown. We were told he was going to play today. And in all, we probably saw him play maybe about a dozen snaps. We saw him literally come in for 3 plays where they ran it 3 straight times. And then we didn't see him again until the fourth quarter. And then finally, conservative Ryan Day stinks. Yeah. I almost wanted to say someone should tell Ryan Day that it's the playoffs, because the difference between regular season Ryan Day and playoff Ryan Day is literally like night and day. Literally. Ryan Day goes balls to the wall in the playoffs. Whereas in regular season, it's like, whatever. Like, come on, we should be destroying these guys. Right? But no. Nope. This was actually the lowest combined score between the two teams since the 60s, when we won 7-0. I think it was like 1966 or something. They mentioned it during the broadcast. It's like, damn. That just goes to show you how high-powered we've usually been against these guys. I mean, heck, up until today, we've scored 50-plus points on Indiana 3 of the last 4 times we faced them. The only other time that we didn't score 50 was 2020. And that game was really close. I think we still scored 42 on them in that game. Like, damn. And as far as my game MVP goes, I'm going to go with Kate Stover. You know, he really looked like that reliable weapon for Kyle McCord, which is nice for a quarterback really making his first legit start. It was nice to see. It really was. But now I want to see MHJ and Emeka go off next week. I really do. Because I wanted to see that this week, but we didn't see it. They didn't really get much action. So hopefully they review the tape and everything. They see what they did wrong, and hopefully they improve for next week against Youngstown State, which I will be live for that game. It'll be at noon, so it'll be an early one. But with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Crazy Dog on the Bucking Crazy YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, become a member, as always, when it becomes available, because this channel is still relatively young, and I don't think I can have memberships yet. I have a long way to go for that. But still, subscribe, hit the like button. You know what to do. Share the videos out. And also subscribe to the main channel, too. And become a member over there. Yeah, really helps it. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Bucks. OH. I'm out. See you guys later. Bye-bye.